Olivia Bizo, our reporter, has been dispatched to Lebanon for about a month now. Olivia, great to have you on the programme. Just take us back, because yesterday you were in the city of Tyre. You did some great reporting there. Tell us about it.
Yes, so yesterday my colleagues Milena Ued, Ashraf Abid and I were in that ancient city. It's a beautiful city. It's one of the oldest inhabited cities in the world, and yet the Israelis are asking inhabitants to leave. They're saying that if they stay, they are putting their lives in danger. Now, from afar, it may seem confusing as to why these people are refusing to leave, but when you go into their homes, you better understand why. These are homes full of history, full of character, full of love, and many families told us that they prefer to stay, even if they are putting their lives at danger. At least they will be in their own homes with their family. They also know that if they leave, they will find it will be very difficult to find a place to stay. The UN has warned that 94% of shelters across the country are now completely overwhelmed. We also attended a church service for Good Friday, and we spoke to the local archbishop, and he told us he wasn't going anywhere. He said that for him, staying is a message of peace and a refusal to give up on a city that has been home to several religions that have lived side by side for centuries. People did tell us, though, that they are feeling abandoned by the army, as Lebanese troops have been withdrawing from several key towns in southern Lebanon in recent days. And they said they feel like Hezbollah is the only force protecting them against the Israelis.
Now, in Tyre, you would have been not too far from where a lot of the fighting is ongoing, because southern Lebanon is still suffering a major incursion and major strikes.
That's right, Peter. Several areas in southern Lebanon have been at the heart of repeated strikes by the Israelis. And as you also mentioned, another bridge has been destroyed. It's an Israeli strategy. Several bridges across the Litani River have been destroyed in recent weeks. The aim is to really isolate areas in the south. Earlier this week, Israeli Defense Minister warned that a lot of these villages near the border with Israel will be completely destroyed. He vowed to inflict Gaza-like destruction, and he also said that the hundreds of thousands of people who've been displaced from these communities will not be able to return home until Israelis in the north feel safe. He once again repeated the term buffer zone, which is a term that's been repeatedly used by the Israelis to define their strategy in southern Lebanon. But many locals told us that they fear that these temporary evacuation orders will become very permanent. A lot of them said they feel like history is repeating itself, because the Israelis occupied about a third of Lebanon between 1982 and 2000, and it was that 18-year occupation that gave birth to Hezbollah in the first place. Now, on Friday, the Israelis also said that they would not be able to destroy Hezbollah without occupying the whole of Lebanon, and they said that only the Lebanese state would be able to disarm the Shia group. That is putting the Lebanese government in a very difficult position. They've been under pressure for years now, especially from the Israelis and the Americans, to disarm the group. But they fear that if they do so, they risk having a civil war on their hands.